If there's one muscle group that every single gym bro wants to grow, it has to be the chest. Basically, when I first started lifting, my chest was probably one of my weakest muscle groups, and now they're my strongest. So in this video, I'm going to show you guys exactly what I did to get my chest from this to this. So let's start off with some of the mistakes that gym bros make when they're first starting the chest. So basically, your chest consists of three parts: the upper chest, the mid chest, as well as the lower chest. To be honest, I like to say it's two parts, the upper chest and the lower chest, because I don't know, some people say that, you know, the chest has three parts, upper, mid and lower. Some people say just two parts, upper and lower. But like me, for me, I train basically any time I'm hitting the mid chest, the lower chest gets worked as well. So like, you know, it really doesn't matter. The thing is, most people when they're trying to grow their chest, they focus too much on the lower part of the chest, and that's the wrong thing to do. The thing is, training the lower part of your chest will kind of make your chest look a bit droopy, and it won't look as aesthetic. So what you guys really want to focus on is building the upper chest. The upper chest, also known as the clavicular head of the chest, is what's really gonna make your chest pop out. Like, say for example, you know Arnold Schwarzenegger, when he used to do that, you know, the side chest pose, it used to be his upper chest that used to, you know, pop out. So in order to train your upper chest, you want to be focusing more on incline movements rather than flat movements. So what I mean is, instead of doing a flat barbell bench press, do an incline barbell bench press. Instead of focusing on, you know, flat dumbbell press, do an incline dumbbell press. Instead of doing a flat machine press, do an incline machine press. That's what's gonna work your upper chest more, and it's actually gonna, you know, make your chest pop out more. There has actually been studies that compare flat presses to incline presses. So flat presses mainly work the lower and mid chest with almost no like effect on the upper chest, but on incline presses, on the other hand, it shows that, you know, there has been similar activation on the incline presses and flat presses. So yeah, if you guys focus on just mostly incline movements, you're gonna build up your whole chest basically. But I still like to do flat presses, you know, in case, you know, just to get in some extra volume for your chest. But yeah, what I recommend you guys to do, focus more on incline presses and just focus on getting stronger at those incline presses. So another mistake that a lot of gym goers make when they're training the chest, when they're trying to grow their chest, is they'll do a whole bunch of random exercises. Like, I don't know, they'll do like 2 sets of bench press, they'll do like 4 sets of bench press, move on to 4 sets of incline dumbbell press, and then move on to 4 sets of cable flies, and then do like 5 sets of push-ups. That is way too much volume. Like, you guys do not need that much volume to grow your chest. That's just a whole bunch of unnecessary junk volume. To be honest, if you guys train like that, you guys are not, first of all, you guys are not going to see results, and second of all, that could actually, like, you know, it's gonna hinder your muscle building process. So it's gonna do more harm than good if you guys train like that. So what I recommend you guys to do is just pick 2 movements, just one flat press and one incline press, and that's it. Those are the only 2 movements you need, and do each of those movements twice per week. So do the flat movement twice per week, do the incline movement twice per week, and that's all you guys need to know to go. That's all the volume you guys need to grow your chest. You guys don't need to do a whole bunch of random exercise for your chest. The thing is, it's not about how much you train, but it's about how hard you train as well. So I've also mentioned this in my previous videos. Like me, I'm an advocate for high intensity and low volume. So me, I only do 2 exercises for each muscle group, even like, especially my chest. But when I train, I go hard on those exercises, and that's what actually, you know, helps me grow muscle. Like, that's what actually developed my chest. Like, when I switched from like doing 3-4 different exercises for my chest to only sticking to 2, that's when I saw the most progress. So yeah, don't do a whole bunch of junk volume, and just focus just focus on 2 exercises, and just focus on going hard on those 2 exercises. So we talked about volume. Now let's talk about picking the right exercises for your chest. The truth is, any exercise will work. It does not matter what exercise you choose, as long as you like it, as long as you know you're able to do it comfortably without any type of shoulder pain or anything, without any injury, then it's fine. Like, I've done everything. I've done incline Smith machine, Smith machine. I've done incline barbell press, flat barbell press, incline dumbbell press, flat dumbbell press, as well as incline machine press and flat machine press. They've all worked out for me. But my favorite is just machines, because the thing about a big misconception that a lot of people have when it comes to just training in general is that free weights are better than machines. But as I've gotten more experience, I've realized that it doesn't really matter, like, whether if you use free weights or machines, like in terms of muscle building. The thing is, the only thing you guys really need to build muscle is just stimulus. So it doesn't matter if it comes from machines, barbells, dumbbells, even your own body weight. As long as you get in that stimulus, you will gain muscle. For example, your favorite influencer, he likes doing barbell bench press, but you don't like the barbell bench press. You like, say for example, the Smith machine bench press. Then why are you doing the barbell bench press if you don't like it? Like, don't follow your fitness. Basically, the thing is, the only way that you're actually gonna grow muscle is if you actually enjoy what you're doing. So if you're not enjoying what you're doing in the gym, then why are you doing it? Just because your favorite influencer does something doesn't mean you have to do it as well. So what I recommend you guys to do, just try out everything. Like, try out Smith machine, try out a barbell, try out dumbbells, try out cables, try out machines, try out everything, and just see what works for you, and just see what you like. Me, what I do, I like to switch it around. So sometimes I get bored of the Smith machine, that's why I switch the machine. Sometimes I get bored of the machine, that's why I switch like dumbbells or barbells. So me, I like to switch it around. But for you guys, if you guys like a particular exercise, then stick to that. Don't worry about what other people are doing, because all that matters at the end of the day is what you like, and that's what's actually going to get you the results. Alright, so after you guys pick your exercises, what you guys want to do is focus on progressively overloading on those exercises. So what I mean by that is either increasing the weight, the reps, the sets, or decreasing the rest time, or improving your form on the overtime. So say for example you pick 2 exercises for your chest, one incline and one flat. So the flat could be a barbell bench press, the incline could be a dumbbell bench press. So say for example right now on your barbell bench press, you're just doing the bar, you're just doing 20 kilos. From 6 months from now, if you're still at 20 kilos, then you know you've done something wrong. Similarly for dumbbell, like the dumbbell incline press. Say for example you're doing 10 kilos on each side. In a few months, if you're still doing 10 kilos each side for dumbbell, then you know that you're just definitely doing something wrong. So the thing is, every single session you guys want to be improving your chest training by either, like as I said, increasing your weights, reps or sets, or decreasing rest time. Me, I don't really care about increasing my sets or decreasing my rest time. Me, I just prefer increasing my weight as well as my reps. So say for example you're doing the incline dumbbell press for like 10 kilos for 3 sets of 10 reps. The next workout, you want to come in, you want to be able to do 12.5 kilos for 3 sets of 10 reps. Or if you want to use the same weight, 10 kilos, you guys can do 10 kilos, 3 sets, 10 reps, 3 sets of 12 reps. So you guys can either increase the weight or the reps, and just do that over time. And over time, as you get stronger, that's actually what's gonna build your that's actually what's going to help you guys build muscle. You know what they say, a stronger muscle is always a bigger muscle. Like say for example, compare someone who benches 3 plates on the who benches 3 plates to someone who only benches the bar. Of course, the guy who benches 3 plates is gonna have bigger pecs, because his pecs are stronger, and the stronger a muscle group is, the more muscular it is gonna be. So just focus on improving, focus on progressive overloading on your exercise over time, and that's actually how you guys are gonna gain muscle. So now let's talk about your training split, how you're gonna actually divide your chest volume. So basically, there's a couple of different types of splits. There's the burst split, there's the upper lower split, there's the push pull leg split, and then there's the full body split. So basically the burst split is probably the worst split you can do. So burst split is basically training one muscle group per session. So say for example, Monday's chest, Tuesday's back, Wednesday's arms, Friday's shoulders, Thursday's shoulders, and then Friday's legs. The problem with this split is that you're only training each muscle group once per week, and that's not optimal for growing muscle. If you guys want to gain muscle, what I recommend you guys to do is train your each muscle group at least twice per week. So the 3 splits which I recommend is either full body, upper lower, as well as push pull legs. So basically full body is mostly for beginners, upper lower is for intermediates, and push pull legs is for advanced. So here's exactly how you divide your chest volume in each of these 3 splits. So for full body, 3 days per week, on day 1 you do 2 exercises of incline and 1 exercise for flat, and then day 2 you don't do any chest exercises, and then day 3 you just do 1 exercise for incline. The thing is, you're doing throughout the whole week, you're only doing 2 incline exercises and 1 flat exercise, but it doesn't really matter, because as I said before, like when you're doing your incline movements, like your incline movement's gonna target your whole chest anyway. So it doesn't really matter if you just do 1 flat variation for your chest. And then we got a 4-day upper lower split. So day 1 is upper, day 2 is lower, day 3 is upper, and then day 4 is lower. So for your first upper body day, you want to do 1 incline press and 1 flat press, and then the same thing for your second upper body day, 1 incline press and 1 flat press, and that should be enough volume for you guys for the whole week. As I said, pick 1 incline press, 1 flat press, and just do those twice per week. Then we got the push pull leg split. So it's 6 days push pull leg split. So we got push, which so it's a 6-day split. So day 1 is push 1, chest, shoulders, and triceps. Day 2 is pull 1. Day 3 is legs 1. Day 4 is push 2. Day 5 is pull 2, and day 6 is legs 2. So on your first push workout, so push basically means chest, shoulders, and triceps. So on your first push workout, you want to be doing the exact same thing, exact same structure for your upper body day. So you pick 1 incline press and 1 flat press, and then push 2 exact same as your push 1 workout, 1 incline press, 1 flat press. So just pick 2 exercises for both flat and incline, and just do those 2 times per week. It's pretty simple. As I've said, just pick 1 incline movement, 1 flat movement, and just do those movements 2 times per week, and that's enough chest volume for you guys to grow. And just another thing I want to add on is, when you're training, when you're doing these exercises, make sure that you're pushing all the way to failure and leaving almost no reps in reserve. Because the truth is, if you guys want to grow your chest, you gotta absolutely tear the muscle. And the only way you're gonna tear the muscle is if you go all the way to absolute failure. Now let's talk about rep ranges when training your chest. Rep ranges, it does not matter at all. Like you can do 6 reps for your chest, you can do 30 reps for your chest. It doesn't really matter. The only thing, as I said, is if you push to absolute failure. But me, I like to train heavy. I like to go heavy and lighter weight. I like to go heavier and lower reps. So I'll pick my most heaviest weight and do that for no more than 6 reps, because it just saves a lot of time. It's gonna save a lot more time doing 6 heavy reps rather than 30 light reps. At the end of the day, it really doesn't matter. For example, if you guys doing higher reps and lower weight, then go for it. The only thing that really matters, as I said, is pushing it to absolute failure. Some people, they grow their chest with basically just doing push-ups, just doing higher reps of push-ups just with their body weight. And some people, for example, powerlifters, they like to go heavier weight and lighter reps, but they still got massive pecs, so it really doesn't matter. So the last tip that I have for you guys in order to grow your chest is just consistency, man. Consistency. I will always preach consistency, because the thing is, in order for you to become good at a skill, you need to be consistent at it. You need to do it over and over and over again. And like lifting weights, it's like a skill, you know. The more you do it, the better you get at it. And especially when it comes to training your chest, like the only reason the way I got my chest to where it is today is because I was consistent consistent with my chest training, you know. I don't think I've missed a session in quite a bit, you know, especially when it comes to training my chest, because I love training my chest. Yeah, just stay consistent, you know, and over time, you guys, you know, all those workouts, it's gonna compound, and eventually you will get that, you know, that chest, that look that you are looking for. So yeah, the thing is, the mindset that I want you guys to have is, when it comes to building your physique, is that, you know, this is a lifetime journey, you know. You guys shouldn't, you know, work out and then, you know, have a good diet for like a certain period of time and then stop. No, this should be a lifetime journey. Like, you guys should be doing it for the rest of your life. And yeah, the thing is, it's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when, you know. If you guys keep on doing it like consistently, you are eventually going to get there. So yeah, just stay consistent on the path, and eventually you guys will achieve your dream physique. So that's all you guys need to know about growing your chest. Let me know if I missed anything down in the comments. I want to know what your thoughts are. And yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Hopefully you guys found a lot of value. And yeah, until next time, peace out.